What's up, guys? How are you? Welcome into a Friday morning edition of the Daily Juice Podcast with me, Matt Perrault. Every single morning we are here thanks to BettingPros.com. Always being brought to you by BetMGM with their offer, their $10 offer to win $150 on any new account with that promo code JUICE150 when you sign up for a new account at BetMGM.com. BetMGM, if you ever lose track or forget, go to YouTube, search BettingPros, search Daily Juice. It's above me. Can't miss it. Very clear, very easy. We are here across any audio platform you guys can imagine. You always can find me at Sports Talk Matt as well. Okay, so a 2-0 night. It's been a very strange week. We've gone down on Saturday, up on Sunday, down on Monday, up on Tuesday, down on Wednesday, up on Thursday. I mean, it's just been a roller coaster ride. 2-0, 1-3, 2-0. So 5-3 over the last 3 days. We're profitable, which is what you want, but it's kind of a crazy run here. We get both bets easily. I mean, the Bruins. So I've been doing this a little bit more personally, and I'm starting to buy in a bit more about games like the Bruins and the Capitals. So I was eyeballing that for like a week. So I decided that I was going to create my own ladder opportunity. I had goal in the first 10 minutes. I had over 1.5 in the first period, and I had over 5.5 in the game. All three hit. I had goal in the first 10 minutes for the Vegas Golden Knights last night, and I had over 6 goals. Both those hit as well. I had the Steph Curry over 3.5 made threes. These aren't official plays, by the way. These are just things I was talking about in the Discord channel. I only had 2 official plays yesterday, but I got a little loose, and I went, I think, 7-1 on my plays yesterday. So in the Discord channel, I'll tell you what I'm betting sometimes. They're not official. It's just kind of like, they're just half unit or quarter unit plays. I'm not going fully on. And those are always the bets I'm cashing because it's kind of annoying, right? That's how it works. When you start to like put real 1 unit, half unit bets behind it, the half unit and quarter unit bets aren't coming in. It's just kind of the way that it works. But it was a nice, it wasn't a huge night by any means, but it was nice 7-1 to cash that many. Only game I got wrong was the Purdue and the Indiana over. I had that at 140. That game went under. It was trending beautifully, and then it went under. So only game I got wrong. Steph Curry goes over 3.5 threes. Watch for that number tonight, guys. If that number goes back to what it was, to 4.5 on a back-to-back, you might want to bet under. Curry had 5 threes. That game's actually in overtime right now, so maybe he has more than 5. But overtime game, a lot of minutes. Curry may not play very much against Houston tomorrow or tonight, so maybe a chance to bet the under on the Steph Curry made 3 prop tomorrow after the over came in and hit tonight. Heavily juiced, though, minus 165 on that, so it was expensive to bet it, but it did go over, so that was that was nice on the over 3.5. Okay, so I have the Don't Bet a Parlay for you guys. 3-legger. It is plus 624. If you guys want to hop in, 3 basketball bets that we'll get into. I've got a hockey bet for us, and I've got a college basketball bet for us going on today. I'm going to tell you this right now, okay? The NFL bets are going to be the following if I get them, okay? If the number continues to come down on Green Bay, if we go back closer to the opening number of 4.5, I will be on Green Bay. I was strongly considering taking the 6 points, but the cold weather is I'm starting to come around here on Aaron Rodgers in the frigid. If it's going to be 5 degrees, 6 degrees at kickoff in Green Bay, it does nothing for the total, but it does help me pick a side, and it does help me talk about who's going to win the game. And I think that Aaron Rodgers in the cold with Jimmy Garoppolo's bad hand and bad shoulder, home field, I don't know. I love the running attack. I really do. I don't trust the Green Bay offense, but that's a real home field advantage for a variety of reasons. I don't know if San Fran can walk in there and win. They may get blitzed. I don't mind this, by the way, a 4-leg moneyline parlay of all 4 teams at home. Okay, I don't mind that bet. I may do that myself. I think all 4 home teams are winning. I think all 4 home teams are advancing. So we'll figure that. The only one I'm a little wishy-washy on is the Rams, because I think the Rams, if both the starting left tackle and center are out for the Bucks, Tristan Wirfs being out is huge. So if they're out, I potentially may be on the Rams, but that's a bet I'm looking. But anyways, so 5, 4.5. Yeah, Green Bay is definitely where I'm leaning. And then if I get 3, at any time if the Titans touch 3. They were there before. It was 2.5, then 3. I wanted to see about Derrick Henry, but I may need to buy it down. Okay, I might have to. I don't think it's going higher. I may need to buy it down, but I'm going to be on the Titans. Okay, I'm going to be on the Titans at -3. That's the number I want. And if it goes to 3, I may buy it off of 3. I may buy it down to 2.5. That's potential what I might do as well. But we'll see how that game. I think it's going to be a Titan victory. I could see the Titans, but I'm just not laying 3.5. It's a bad number. It's a dumb number to bet. I think the Titans are the right side, so I want 3. So if I get 3, I'm betting the Titans. So there you go. I like Green Bay. I like the Titans. I lean towards Tampa Bay, and I'm on the KC Chiefs. So Chiefs, I haven't bet that game either. Maybe I get 1. Maybe I get a pick on that. So we'll wait and see. But those are my leans as I'm heading towards the weekend to kind of tell you guys where I'm going to be, because I'm doing that because tomorrow's podcast will be the games on Saturday and UFC 270. Big UFC card. Big fight. Ngannou, Moreno versus Figueiredo. 2 title fights. Awesome card for the UFC in Anaheim, California. Be a big UFC card coming up tomorrow for us as we get our first UFC pay-per-view card to get into tomorrow. So if you like betting UFC, you like betting mixed martial arts, we'll do that coming up tomorrow on the podcast, as well as the games on Saturday. And then obviously Sunday, we have the live stream. I'll have player props tomorrow. Tomorrow, as I told you, I've been like going slow, small, because I anticipate going heavy on Saturday. I'm going to have a lot of official plays going on Saturday. I could have 4 to 5 units easy going in, maybe more going on Saturday because of player props, because of the UFC fights, and because of the 2 football games happening on Saturday for us in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. Wow, it is a 3-point lead for Indiana on the road in overtime against Golden State. How about that? They were 12-point dogs. They closed at 14, actually. For that, all four of the 5 starters for Indiana are out of this game. This is like a G League team beating the Warriors, which is starting to make me nervous about this Golden State Warriors team. They really, now they're up by 5 with a minute to play. How about that? Wow, what a huge win for Indiana this would be if Indiana can get that victory. And then they play tomorrow. You got to pity Houston tomorrow. You figure the Warriors are going to kill Houston tomorrow on that. So maybe it's a bet you want to make if Indiana holds on to this. So, okay. So let me give you the Don't Bet a Parlay. Let's start in the NBA. We are going to lay the 1 point at home with the Atlanta Hawks against the Miami Heat. Hawks at home. I mean, I know that's not been great, but let's just say on a Friday night, Atlanta at home protects the home court. Atlanta gets a victory here. I'm still believing in these Hawks. Hawks -1. We're going to lay the 3 points with Brooklyn on the road at San Antonio. I think San Antonio is not a very good basketball team, and Brooklyn is a team I'm willing to back there with a 3-point number, pretty small. And then I'm taking the over in Michigan State and Wisconsin. Okay, so let's talk about this. This Wisconsin team is stupid right now when it comes to totals. Okay, we've been talking about this. I'll have more on this game here in just 1 second, but from a total perspective, Wisconsin is 12-5 to the over this year. 7 consecutive games that have gone over. 8 of the last 10 have gone over. 6-3-1 Michigan State to the over. 4-2 in Big Ten games to the over for Michigan State. Last game did not go over. It went under by 17.5 points for them against Northwestern, but that's because Northwestern plays slow. Minnesota went over by 0.5 point in their game. Nebraska game went under by 3, but the previous 5 games before that, Minnesota, Penn State, Oakland, High Point, Northwestern all went over for Michigan State. And as I mentioned, Wisconsin's been an absolute over machine. Let's bet the trend here for Wisconsin going over. We're going Brooklyn -3, Atlanta -1, and over 140 for Wisconsin and Michigan State. That is a +624. Don't bet a parlay. 2 NBA bets and 1 college basketball total for us here to jump in, for us to get rolling here for the first bet in 2022 of the Don't Bet a Parlay. I will be playing these now, okay? One thing that sometimes you guys are talking about as to like, well, Matt, you're not betting it with us and you're not sweating it with us. No, I'm not going to put a lot of money down on it, but I'm going to bet these with you, okay? I will be betting this as well. Hawks, Nets, over 140. I will be betting this with you guys here today. All right. Speaking of the Wisconsin-Michigan State game, and speaking of betting trends, how about this Wisconsin team? I mean, this Wisconsin team is unreal right now. So they are 12-5 against the spread. 6-1 against the spread in the Big Ten, 5-0 over the last 5, 7-3 over the last 10. They have covered now 5 consecutive games. They have won 7 consecutive games. They have lost 1 game to Ohio State. If you go all the way back to the 22nd of November, they have lost 1 game this year. This is at home. The line is 4. Michigan State, I think, has been skating by. They lost by 2 to Northwestern as 9.5-point favorites. They won by 2 as 11.5-point favorites over Minnesota. They won by 12 as 15-point favorites against Nebraska. They won by 13 as 22.5 points against favorites against High Point. Michigan State, there's something up with this team. They're not that good. I think they're riding on Tom Izzo. They're riding on brand loyalty. I think this number should be higher than it is. I think this number will be higher. The public's going to come in here on Wisconsin. This is not going to be, this number won't close at 4, 4.5, 5. Okay, this number probably closes at 5.5, 6. So I'm hoping you guys get a hold of the podcast and bet this early. I have -4 for Wisconsin. You can find that pretty much everywhere right now, -4. I like Bucky, protect the home court. Over 1 possession, I'm fine with it. I think they win the game kind of going away here. I think they force Michigan State up tempo. As I mentioned, I like the over. We're going Wisconsin -4 for a half a unit. Other half a unit, we're going to go back to the first period over bets. The Columbus Blue Jackets are 9-2 over their last 11 games to over 1.5 goals. All right. Do you know who also was pretty good at this? The Pittsburgh Penguins. They are 7-4 over their last 11 to the first period over. Pittsburgh at Columbus. Both teams coming off games last night. Both teams playing on Thursday. Columbus winning 2-1 against Philly. No goals were scored in the first period of that game. I think that's a decent number because it didn't hit last time. They can turn back around and hit this time. And then Pittsburgh, there were 4 goals scored in the first period in their 6-4 win against Ottawa last night. I'm going to go at -135. BetMGM's got it at -135 over 1.5 goals for Pittsburgh and Columbus in the first period. Just need 2 goals, 1 goal apiece, 2-0 on either side. Doesn't matter. Hopefully tired legs means slow defensemen, open shots, nobody blocking shots, and we see goals here for 2 very high-potent, high-powered offenses who get the job done with 1 goal apiece coming up in the first period. Half a unit. Over 1.5 goals, Pittsburgh and Columbus here tonight for us at -135. All right, so those are the 2 bets we got going here on a Friday. Again, light because we're loading up on Sunday. We're going to be heavy involved coming up on Sunday and Saturday for that matter with UFC 270 and the playoff games. So once again, the Don't Bet a Parlay, the first one for 2022, a 0-0 record. Atlanta -1. Brooklyn -3, over 140, Michigan State, Wisconsin. We're taking Wisconsin -4 for a half a unit, and we're taking over 1.5 goals, Penguins and the Blue Jackets tonight at -135. Those are the plays. My name is Matt Perrault. You guys can follow me on Twitter at SportsTalkMatt. Each and every morning, it's the Daily Juice Podcast, always being brought to you by BetMGM.